there are 20 regulations enacted by federal agencies that have far more impact on our lives. Presidents fire them? No. It's designed that way so that political parties and political interests cannot affect the deep state. Do you understand the nightmare of our situation, people?
Man.
I'm sorry. It's not secret. It's as open as anything could be.
Wow.
In the past, since 1975, 200,000 regulations have been passed by our federal agencies, encompassing 800,000 pages of fine print. People,
oh, man.
it is no secret.
Is this man safe?
It is as
he died, like maybe
the deep state does
6-7 years ago, something like that?
America. Wake up, people, please. God.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Some common fucking sense.
5 years ago?
Thank you.
Killed him 5? Yeah, he died. Yeah, he died 5 years ago. Holy shit, man. And then, there's even more. Get ready. Epstein files. And here's more of the pizza references, too. Jeffrey says he wants to go get pizza. Oh, I'll just click on this, right? I'll look at everything. And open a new image. My grief counselor. And it's a girl. Super Jew, call me when you awaken. I don't return until Saturday afternoon. I'll plan on a return trip this summer if I can. A lot of pizza this week and a lot of walking. Almost 150 blocks today. Safe travels. Haha, I don't need the pizza, but thank you for offering. See you at 4 p.m. Thanks on the apartment info. Leaving tomorrow morning early, and yes, of course, we'll be there at 4. Do you need a pizza or anything? Man. I'm sitting on number Q subway. What is this here? And then to Totano's in Coney Island. I've never been there either. Then I need to find a good place for us tonight, the trifecta. I'm thinking John's, it's close and delicious. Jeffrey says he wants to go to a pizza place with you. He did not mention any particular pizza place, but he knows you are in the know on this. Are there any images of Jeffrey Epstein actually eating pizza? Because as far as I know, I haven't seen any of these. Huh. Only AI. Yeah, that's very odd, isn't it? Holy fuck. No. Give me a minute. Let me look at the rest of these. The craziest thing, and this is also, too, this is another big factor. Epstein victim says there are tapes of the Donald Trump that will force him to resign from the presidency. Well, let's see him. Let's see him. I'm ready. Yep, because again, like I feel like they probably deleted those, right? I mean, I bet they deleted those. What do you think pizza is code for? I think it's code for kids. Yeah, I think it's code for kids. That's what I'm guessing. I think it's kids. And the cheese pizza is probably, or actually, you know what? Let me actually take a step back there. I think that it's code for prostitution or something like that. And the cheese pizza, you know, again, it's for child, right? For kids. So like the cheese pizza might just be kids, whereas the other ones are different. You see what I'm saying? Like CP, exactly, right? And so, hot dogs? Yeah, the hot dogs are young boys. Chicken are young girls. I mean, I don't know. I asked Grok, and there are, in fact, no pictures of Jeffrey Epstein eating pizza. This is the craziest thing about all this. There are millions of files that are still unreleased. Some of the reasons are because the death, extreme sexual assault. So, yeah, keep this in mind. The stuff that they're releasing now isn't even the bad stuff. What do you think about the grape soda? I think, you know, again, grape rape, that probably could be it. I mean, I have no idea. I mean, all of this is like, I mean, I don't know if there's not enough. There's not enough to like really create a pattern of behavior there. It could be black kids. I don't think so. I think that you're just saying that because it's like a the grape drink stereotype, right? I don't really think so. And maybe, I mean, it's just I don't think there's enough to really base or make a decision off of that with, right? The light stuff. I don't know. Why are they releasing it now? Because there was a court requirement that they release it. I mean, obviously, like that's clearly the reason why. Jay-Z apparently wiped his Instagram account after being named in the files. Huh. Wow. Wow. It's a marketing thing? Really? What's he marketing himself for? I don't... I mean, this is just... Did you see the raw chicken photos? Oh, bro. I'm not even going to show it. But I did see it. I did see the raw chicken photo. I'm going to draw it out on MS Paint. Okay? Table, right? And inside of the table, there's like 2 chickens. Okay? Let's assume this is a chicken. It's kind of hard to see. Let's use orange. Okay? Like, I don't know what a sitting down chicken really looks like, right? But, like, let's say that's a dead chicken. All right? It's fake? Oh, the photo's fake? Okay, good. I didn't know that. I mean, honestly, at this point, I just assumed that it was real. That one got debunked? Okay, good. That was sick. And, yeah, anyway, fake. Yeah, we don't even need to look at it. And people are saying it's fake. Yeah, I mean, probably the real one will be worse. But, at least for now, it does look like that's bullshit. So it doesn't matter how repulsed you are about reading about Trump. It doesn't matter what DOJ are still hiding and may never come to light. It never matter because his base, after all, even his pedophile, rapist, murderer, he's bringing Christian values back to the White House. I think, again, it's just politicizing. I think that most normal people think that anybody who's implicated in this stuff is, they need to go through a trial and an investigation, right? I mean, like, I don't know what, you don't have to politicize any of this. It's obviously a huge problem for multiple people. And people that try to blame this uniquely on Trump, I think, is bullshit. It's, again, like a lot of people were involved. Why not? Well, the reason why, I mean, like, you need to have an investigation and look into this stuff. But I think that a lot of people are jumping to conclusions because it's with a person they don't like. That's really it. Trump's one of many, possibly? Exactly. And let's see here. Pizza place. You did not mention a particular pizza place, but he knows that you are in the know on this. Oh my God.
The deep state.
We saw this already. I already looked through this. And wow. It's a low IQ move? Well, I don't know yet. Man. I'm just I have to refresh my screen off camera because of how bad some of this stuff is. And how can you investigate when it's clear the entire system is... That's true, but at the same time... How are we coping, Paul? Oh, no. Epstein had a direct line to Poole. Once again, I'm reminded that Moot is, in fact, an individual. This has, in fact, been a psyop. What did we learn? What the fuck, Yuri individuals? Man, how about that? Wow. That's crazy. Oh my God. You see the Prime Minister of India mail? No, I didn't see that at all. He's talking to the Prime Minister of India too? What is this? Oh my God. Oh, where is this? Okay, let me pull this one up too. Epstein suggests a plot where really bad fake emails are released, and then they get out in the media, and Epstein... Wait, so they're openly conspiring. Wait, they're openly conspiring about making fake emails. The question I have is imagine he releases fake emails that purport to show really bad stuff, but then his team crafted, they get out into the media. What a trick that could be played. And this is about WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange says the next batch of hacked emails plans to release the arrest of Democrat presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. 2 days ago, the FBI opened investigation into her private server as Secretary of State, knocking her campaign sideways. Oh my God. Well, that's insane. Assange knows, you know, a lot. Elon knows the truth. I don't know what the truth is, man. I really don't. But it sure seems like it's weird. I'll tell you that. This is insane. Here's another one right here. This is a email from Peggy, I guess. Bro, they're just saying it. We cannot thank you enough for yet another life experience. If the Maasai warriors don't eat us, the pirates of Somalia will. How about that? Wow. Coming from PB to see you in January, taking photos, we'll have a ball and think of you all the time. Can bring a little baby back for you or two. Boys or girls, so Madonna. Oh, man. Bro. What the fuck, man? This is crazy. Wait, what is this? Epstein supposedly had a hand in the appearance of microtransactions in Call of Duty? What? Wait, what? What the fuck? And this is to Bobby Cockdick. Wait, X Prize is a good idea, but the key are real world rewards. Learn to read cell phone. Oh, here we go. Learn to read cell phone virtual items and games. I'm all for indoctrinating kids into an economy. You gotta love how his example of real world rewards are virtual items in games. And that was sent to President of Call of Duty Act. Dude. Was this guy like the main character of the world? I mean, really? This is insane. Like, everything ties back to this one guy. He was the main character. The main villain, yes. Oh my God. This is unbelievable. Do you really think that he's dead? I don't know, man. I mean, after seeing all of this, this guy was generational. Wait, bro, what is this? I give you permission to kill him. He is apparently with this person. He lied to you and he lied to me. Sent from iPhone.
I apologize.
Where's the good video? Give me a minute.
The crowd sits frozen in silence. The president is in total control, confessing to crimes of wanting to overthrow Saddam Hussein. I was the one behind the plot against the new president, the man says.
Where's them
It was
all
me
clapping?
who tried getting up.
I can't find it.
And here came the moment that terrified everyone in the room.
No, this isn't the part that's important. So at the very end, he goes and everybody starts clapping for him too. This happened with Stalin too, the 5-minute standing ovation. That's crazy. Wow. The Stalin clap? Is that the same thing? Holy fucking shit, man. And I don't even know what to say. This is getting even more insane. And see why you didn't want to get into this shit yesterday? Well, the reason why I didn't want to get into it yesterday is because I didn't see it. Like, I saw just a very, very small amount of it. And with the stuff that I had seen, I thought to myself, this could be problematic. And I wanted to, like, kind of filter through a lot of it ahead of time. That's the main reason why. And Jeffrey Epstein and someone from the Rothschild family discussed the coup in Ukraine. Oh, my. Someone from the Rothschild. Very long day sitting on a bank board. They're fine. I'm putting them in the innovative. We'll be home tomorrow night, and let's discuss Ukraine. Ukraine upheaval should provide many opportunities. Many. And that's what Jeffrey Epstein said. Oh, man. Putin was right. I don't know about that one, okay? Yeah, I think that might be a little bit much, but this is just deranged. Holy fucking shit. Conflict started in 2014. The main invasion was in 2022. Yeah, we're in perpetual war because of these demons. The Rothschild family has always run the banks. They started the credit card stuff to run the world. Yeah, I think everybody knows that. I mean, sure. Wait, so wait a minute. Jeffrey Epstein and an associate named Greg discussed plans to extort Libyan officials and seize state assets on the pretext of helping rebuild. Wait, so now he's rebuilding and seizing stuff in Libya? Bro. Who is this guy? This is insane. What the fuck? Bro's a menace. I know. The world leader. Yes, Jeffrey Epstein was the world leader. This is unreal. Remember, there's already $80 billion in frozen funds assets internationally, of which $32.4 billion is in the U.S., and it's estimated that a real number is between 3 and 4 times the number in sovereign, stolen, misappropriate assets. So if we can identify or recover 5 to 10% of the monies and then receive 5 to 10% of compensation, we're talking about billions of dollars. But, dude, this is like what the fuck? Yeah, the more I'm reading about this, the more I'm thinking to myself, he's not dead. Like, has there ever, in the entire history of mankind, has there ever been someone that has had more motion on a worldwide stage than Jeffrey Epstein? Can we think of anybody? Rasputin. But that was only in Russia. That was only in Russia. Hitler? Yeah. Maybe Hitler was more. Yeah. Maybe Hitler. I mean, Genghis Khan. I mean, this is unbelievable. Genghis Khan. Yeah, I mean, maybe Genghis Khan. I mean, this is unreal, guys. I don't even know what to say. Henry Kissinger? That's probably the first good actual answer that I've gotten. Maybe Henry Kissinger. Dude. This guy, like, yeah. Jesus? I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, Jesus was only in a small area. A lot of Jesus's motion was, after he died. King of England, yeah, this is nuts. This is... Wow. No, this is real. Is Jeffrey Epstein a Satoshi? It's possible, right? It definitely is Christopher Lee. Dude, I really think this is on a whole different level, man. It really is. Like, it's just, and the real characters who can the go-to guys if they spend at least $100 billion next year to rebuild their country and jumpstart the economy. Also, remember, Libya is a rich country as its population is 2 million less than the city of New York, and it has the 9th largest crude oil and natural gas reserves on the planet and a literacy rate of almost 80%. Gaddafi was a G. I'm just gonna say it. He was a real one. Like, I don't know why we got rid of him. You know what he said? He said that if they got rid of Gaddafi, that Europe would be overrun by Muslims. He said that. He said he was holding them back. That's crazy. What are the odds of that? Wow. Israel got rid of him? I don't know about that. Yes, this is nuts. He said the Browns. Did you see the Browns? I don't think he said the Browns. I thought he said Muslims. Yeah, I don't know about that. As people fucked him? I don't know. Epstein wanted him gone. Gaddafi was killed in like what, 2010, 2009, something like that. I don't know. And let's see here. I've been speaking to a law firm, Parr Hastings Walker's 1,200 attorneys, and all the money on a contingency basis. They're considering this because Patton Boggs, dude, this guy. I also have friends formerly with MI6, that's British intelligence, and Mossad. I have friends formerly with MI6 and Mossad. This is... Wow. This guy had fucking... This is levels of motion that I don't even think that a president has. Really? We're living in a James Bond movie? I mean, yeah, if James Bond was a fucking pedophile, I don't know about that. But yes, next thing you know, he's involved with the Bermuda Triangle plane disappearances. Glazing Hitler and Epstein is wild. You thought this was glazing. Are you kidding me? This guy is so fucking influential, it's unreal. If you can't see what we're saying and you're so emotionally compromised that you're getting upset because we're talking about it by how ridiculous and insane this is, this guy had crazy levels of motion. This guy was he was influencing foreign governments in between each other. He was around there with these other people. Same thing with Hitler. This guy was massively fucking, like, influential. He was. Like, what are we talking about? These are people that changed the fucking world. Like Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great. Like, what is this? Henry Kissinger. Yeah, these guys are huge. Like, if you can't acknowledge that, you need to stop being a little bitch. Stop being a bitch. And pay attention. He's right, but yeah, I'm right. I'm right. This is the way it is. They think influential equals good because they stupid. They stupid. That's the reason why. Let me go back. I'll pull some more of these up here too. But, oh my fucking God. I'm trying to see if I can find a few more of these that are worth looking at here. And, wait. What's this one? If this is real, it's from Richard Branson. So even Richard Branson... Oh my God. This is the guy who, this is the owner of Virgin Mobile. Not link, open image, new tab. Oops. Okay, there we go. It was really nice seeing you yesterday. The boys in water sports can't stop speaking about it. Anytime you're in the area, would love to see you as long as you bring your harem. So water sports is I don't know what this means, right? But I do know that this is a euphemism for people pissing on each other as like porn. You know, I think, yeah, it's very, very commonly referred to. Yeah, water sports, pee porn. Yeah, exactly. You remember about Epstein and Atlantis? Atlantis? No, I haven't seen anything about Atlantis yet. If Bill Gates was willing to say you've been a brilliant advisor to him, that you slipped up many years ago by sleeping with a 17 and a half The meme. The fucking meme. 17-and-a-half-year-old woman, and were punished for it, that you've more than learnt your lesson and you've done nothing that's against the law since then. Yes, as a single man, you have a penchant for women, but there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, something along those lines. September 20th, sadly, I'm in the UK. Wait, so he's... Oh my god. I appreciate your thoughts on public relations. The head of the Nobel Peace Prize Committee. Oh my... I'm on the island till Christmas. From Jeff. The head of the Nobel Peace Prize Committee will be staying in New York with me. I'm on my island until Christmas. Dude. This is... What the fuck? I don't even know what to say. This is why Trump can't get the Nobel Peace Prize. Yes. And he knows everybody. Yes, this is insane. All roads lead to Epstein. Every celebrity's fault. Yeah, the Peace Prize has been compromised. I don't know about that. I mean, he's got motion blur. Yes. This is insane. I imagine Trump was promised the Nobel Peace Prize, and that's why he's mad. Jeff promised him the Nobel Peace Prize, but now Jeff is gone, and so he can't get it. I don't know. At this point, we get so much info, our brain can't comprehend it anymore. Yeah, it's like, I mean, my brain is like turning into a soup reading all of this. I don't even know what... Wait, so, oh no. No, they're talking about Somaliland? Is named as a strategic commercial opportunity. Wait, so he's trying to... Bro. No. I just... We should talk to the boys in LA about this. What if we put together a group that professionalized in the African film industry? There's currently a small movement called Nollywood in Nigeria. We could build a small studio in Somaliland and call it Somaliawood Studios. Imagine the cool filming. We could invite Muslim and all sorts of film groups to be there. Oh my fucking god. They could be some Yemen as well? My water company could start really soon, as fast there's huge water reserves, untapped, near port city of Barbara, direct access to Saudi market, easy to ship, minimal support, again, Somaliland. I keep reading the other email. Could do Sesame Street stuff, children's programming, etc. for African kids. I don't think there's really a lot to say about this, right? I mean, like, there's nothing else really that's condemning here. Water sources already mapped. Might be fun to start there since it's very straightforward. Hard but straightforward. Need bottling capacity. Actually, there might be some benefit indirectly from. So, didn't USAID have that? They did, but it was in Iran or Iraq. I forgot which one. That was the Sesame Street thing. So that's not a direct correlation. I thought about that, but no. And as a list of... Oh my... Bro, this is just... Epstein got a list of the world leaders he could meet. Insane how he had access to literally anyone he wanted. Jeffrey, please come by. You may have private time with each people. Your security clearance is approved. That's amazing. South Korea, Spain, Switzerland, UAE, Qatar, Portugal, Pakistan, Nigeria, Morocco, Luxembourg, Lebanon, Kuwait, Egypt, Bahrain. What the how can this possibly be real? He's the anti... Yes, He's him. Yeah. This was actually the main character. It wouldn't... What if... Like, what do you guys think at this point the probability is that Jeffrey Epstein was aware of or had something to do with 9/11? Like, really? Like, where's the actual percentage here? Because, like, I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, bro, I'm not... I don't know what to think. I really don't. Like, it's 100%. Yeah, I mean, like, there's got to be something he knew what was going on. Every government works with Epstein as a middleman. Yeah. Like, he was just I don't even know what to say. I really. How did we catch him? How did he fuck up? I don't know. That's the question, right? How did somebody like this get got? So let me see if I can find a few more of these. Okay, so here's another one. I wish this one was not redacted. You ruined it? Just tell the police. You wasted a month on me. I gave you a lot of information. You're the most miserly person. I was a member of the police. I was fired for stealing police information. Right now, I have friends in the police and the FBI who give me secret information. My daughter is being treated for $25,000. It's not a lot of money for you, but it solves my problem. I also gave you information that could save your life and that of your family. Do you think that they will let it go? Haha, I see the day when you'll regret it. The purpose in threatening was to find out what information you had. They don't warn you in advance if they want to kill you. Their only goal was to create fear. They will kill you the day you forget this story, I'm sure. I have at least 20 years of work experience in these cases. What the fuck? No one understood why Blank and Jeffrey and the others died. Some of them were not even found. Who's this? Nobody knows. I'm just looking at even more of this. Wait, whoa. In an email CC'd to Jeffrey Epstein on June 20th, Martin Nowak, an Austrian-born professor of mathematics and biology and close confidant of Epstein, said to a redacted individual that it is believed that to be Seth Lloyd, a quantum information scientist, a professor of Massachusetts. We should explore the biological consequences of time. Dude. What the fuck? Help, I have anxiety. This is insane. We should explore the biological consequences of time travel. It would be amusing to calculate the rate of evolution of a population or a mutant that can travel through time. CC Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein didn't die, he went home? Yeah. I mean, oh my God. This is, what the fuck? Let me go back. I'll see if there's any more of this. Oh no. This is a surprise to nobody. Jeffrey Epstein files reveal he was linked to Bitcoin early. Dude, here's what's happening. Epstein was close to Bitcoin funding channels, early developers, and political figures who now influence crypto regulation. MIT funding. Dude, they released the interview of Steve Bannon with Epstein? Okay, wait a minute. Check Twitter for clips. All right, I've got it here. Epstein sent at least $750,000 to MIT. Part of this money supported the MIT Digital Currency Initiative that paid Bitcoin core developers during a funding crisis. Epstein visited MIT 9 times. His name was hidden internally. They called him Voldemort. He wanted advice. Epstein emailed Steve Bannon asking how crypto taxes worked. He wanted advice on avoiding campaign finance rules. Bannon replied, "On it," and connected him to FEC experts and crypto veterans. Peter Thiel emails. This is... Who shan't be named? I know. This is yet hand and everything. I know. This is literally the Bogendorf quick rundown meme. Yes. Yeah, this was years before crypto regulation became a mainstream issue. Epstein files also miscue Kevin Warish, Trump's new Fed chair, as a potential invite in 2010. No evidence he met Epstein. Howard Lutnick, now U.S. Commerce Secretary and CEO, appears in 2012 travel records linking to Epstein's Island. Early crypto research. Epstein's Amazon logs show he bought books on Bitcoin, Ethereum, blockchain, and negotiation strategy. This iceberg is so big it could sink the Titanic. I don't know. Do you think he's the only big bad? I mean, is it possible for somebody to have more motion than this? Like, I don't think it is. Epstein interview. Wait. Last interview from...
Before we get into detail, let's give some basics or some things I want to do inquiry from the others. Walk me through the Santa Fe Institute. What was it about?
We're not
the
going to watch
time
the whole
of the
thing.
math, and this was in the late 90s. So they're not going to hear me on this part, right? We're going to do it both ways.
Piece of metal sticking out that was supposed to act as a table. Now, since I was in jail, there were no books. Why? There's no library. No library, but you're in jail. No, I was in jail, not prison. So in jail, I was in a place what's called the Special Housing Unit, which is for the roughest, toughest, meanest people. They had put me there, they said, for my own protection. So I was in a 8x10 cell with a little slit in the door where they would serve my food on a tray about 9 inches by 4.
Open transcript and search for words? Okay. What words should I search for? Pizza? It's not on there. I don't know if I can open the... I don't know how to open a transcript naturally. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. I saw Clinton. Clinton.
Fill out this application so they have your bio. And I looked at the list of people, and it was Bill Clinton, former president of the United States, Paul Volcker, every great leader in America, the Asians, the Japanese, and with a very long description of their history. And they asked me to fill in what I would like to have written. And I wrote Jeffrey Epstein, comma, just a good kid, which I thought was funny, nobody else did. So in answer to your question, at that time I recognized around the world that monies and currencies were not really well understood. But again, it was only numbers. So numbers, and I'll get to the fact that it was bad thinking.
1440?
Numbers are very good.
Okay.
Are most people that you meet, even on a trilateral commission, when you meet most people, do you find most leaders financially illiterate, economically illiterate?
Most political leaders don't come out of a background of finance. Most political leaders come out of a background of being popular. So in some of the countries, in some of the African countries, for example, they might have been a military person. They were a general. In some of the African countries, they might have been a disc jockey.
Oh my
or
God.
In our country, they would have been an actor.
Wow. 1440? Okay, let me go to 1440.
I would like to say the Hilton, but it's probably not.
No,
And it's a
this is
3-day,
1440.
4-day? Give me some
Three-day event, and it
walk me
was
through the whole thing.
speeches.
It starts with a dinner. Just walk me through it.
It was boring.
You couldn't possibly think it was boring. It's
It
bullshit.
was boring.
You had to
No,
be stars
sorry.
in your eyes.
No.
Did you fly over privately?
Yes, but it wasn't my plane.
So it didn't count?
No.
Jesus.
You fly over.
Yes.
And
it was
who were the first, like when you first
This
met those
guy.
leaders, you had to be wowed.
No.
You're
Big
10 years
ego.
out of Coney Island.
No, I'm not wowed by people of
It doesn't
position.
count. I
I'm
know.
wowed by people of great ideas. And I don't care if it's the bus driver. I don't
my-
care if it's the student I had who has teeth coming out
Well,
every
these guys
direction.
have to have great ideas. They're the leaders of the 3 great continents of the world: North America, Europe, and Japan.
No, many of these world leaders become world leaders because they're popular and they were able to get votes or they were able to convince people to vote for them. I learned later. Many of them were just good at what they did in terms of politics. Remember, world leaders are politicians in general. They're not scientists, they're not intellectuals, they're not great thinkers, they're great politicians.
At the first Trilateral Commission meeting that you remember,
he's
in
right.
Tokyo,
Yeah, he is.
Sometime in the early '90s. Do you remember what were the big issues of the day that they were talking about? And what
So fucking base, you romanticize his motion, you ghoul, bro. Listen. I don't mince words. I don't try to hide vocabulary. I talk about shit straight up. This guy had insane international motion. He did. Nobody, I have not ever even heard of somebody that's even remotely close to this. This is not even a question. It isn't. It's not even a question. What are we doing? Are you trying to say wait, who is this guy? I can't find it. It got deleted. I wanted him to say he didn't have motion. It's obvious.
did you think about it?
Yeah, in fact, it was funny because they were talking about inflation. And they were worried that what would happen, how do you control inflation?
Right, motion, influence, control,
as a mathematician,
popularity.
I didn't understand the concept. I don't understand the concept today. How's that possible? Well, when you talk about most things to do with money, money is meant to be local. It's U.S. dollars. Then I understand what it means.
We're gonna go to
if
40
inflation
with,
means my
Clinton.
dollar today inflates, and it doesn't buy as much as it did a couple of years ago. Financial crisis, like you'd blame someone for giving your father most people. And it's easy to blame people for the financial crisis, like you'd blame someone for giving your father the drink before he had his heart attack. But what really happened, the real enemy of the finance system was Bill Clinton. And if you ask me what and who caused the financial crisis, I would tell you it was Bill Clinton.
Man.
Because of what Bob Rubin
Wow.
and he did to deregulate the financial system?
No.
Wow.
Because as of the last time we had our 60-minute interview, you talked to me about home ownership. And you asked me whether everyone should own a home. And I told you, no, it's too risky.
So the financial collapse of 2008 is because of hardworking African Americans, Hispanics, and whites who wanted to have a ownership stake in the society that all rests on their shoulders. They're the culprits.
No, not at all.
Okay, then
I didn't say they were the culprits. I was pretty clear it was Bill Clinton.
Okay.
Why was it Bill Clinton? Because Bill Clinton wanted to get votes from those people. And he sold them the idea that instead of renting in a house, and historically the values of houses have gone up, and he said, you guys in these local communities who haven't been able to afford a house before, I'm going to show you a way. I'm going to give you a way because I'm sure I'll get your vote.
Oh my.
That you can own a house.
Bro.
Because I want your vote. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let you buy a house, Mr. Bannon, when you really, you're not right on the border, maybe, or not even on the border. Your credit is not good.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's be honest. And it's not my fault. It's
5
not
minutes, how he was
Bill
recruited?
Clinton's
Okay,
fault.
all right, after
but
this.
whatever happens, at the moment your credit score or whatever it is, your credit's not good. Now, normally, you come to me and want to borrow money, I'm a bank, and I say, I'm sorry, Mr. Bannon, I can't lend you money because your credit score is not up to where it needs to be. Hopefully, if you work harder and clean up some of your problems, it will be. But no, what I say to you is, I'm going to figure out a way to lend you, not give you.
He's right about this. He's talking about subprime mortgage loans. He's right. Like, yeah, I mean, this is it. Holy shit.
I'm going to lend you money anyway, though you don't have a good credit score. And don't worry, I'm going to get rid of the term that you don't have bad credit. Bad credit sounds pejorative. You don't want to be a person.
Sounds judgmental.
Yes, sounds judgmental.
Of course.
So what we're going to do is we're going to call your credit situation
Yeah.
subprime. Oh, nobody knows what that means. Subprime. That means prime is good credit. Subprime is not good credit, less than good credit. So we'll call it something that people really won't follow. And we'll tell you what, we're going to have people lend you money, though you are a subprime borrower.
Dude, smart.
And I will figure out some government agencies to guarantee your loan, though I don't think you're a good risk. So the banks say, no, no, no. We don't want, initially, the bank said, sorry, this is too risky, Mr. President, for us. We're in the business of managing risk. It's not our money. It's the hard-working people's money sitting in our bank.
Right.
We can't lend to people whose credit is not prime.
Sure.
You're asking us to lend to people who are subprime. And he says, here's the key, if you don't, Mr. Bannon, I'm going to make sure the Justice Department charges you with discriminatory lending because you refuse to lend to
black
my
people. Yes.
subprimers. In business terms, you should never lend to. But what we'll do is I'm going to form an agency called Fannie Mae and Ginnie Mae, just another agency names. They'll guarantee your loan. So don't worry.
I feel so vindicated right now. This is crazy. Holy fuck.
Don't worry.
Holy
You don't
fuck.
have to pay it back anymore. Even though maybe you don't even have to work as hard anymore. That's probably a harsh statement, but these players, these two big
Can you summarize
firms.
this? Yeah, basically what he's doing is he's saying that Bill Clinton and the people that were in charge made a system where basically you would give money to people who you shouldn't give money to, but if you don't give money to those people because there's a correlation with ethnic different groups, like for example black people or Hispanics, that then they can create a punishment for basically saying that, oh, well, because you're not giving money to these different large groups of ethnic minorities, that now it's because you're being discriminatory rather than the fact that you're just exercising discretion based off of like basically investment tables. So, and then also it's by keeping those people, like remember what I said before about how it's like keeping them on the clock, right? Always making sure that those people aren't able to ever, like kind of like get outside of the money that they're continually having to pay.
Fannie Mae will guarantee
To make
the
them
fact
reliant
that
on
bank
the system and continually
will
fucking
receive
vote
its money.
for the same people.
Now, the bank says, wow,
Yep.
best deal in history. I refused to lend to Mr. Bannon, but now he has the big brother, his Uncle Sam. He went to his Uncle Sam, and Uncle Sam says, I'm guaranteeing it. The bank says, I want everybody. Give me as many people as you can give me. Because Uncle Sam is the best credit in the world. Not only that, it's the United States government. We'll take it all. We'll take as much subprime as we can handle because it's the best investment for the moment. It's a strange investment because it has politics.
The YouTube videos no
that
longer
has
up anymore?
Inserted
There's
its
no
way into the numbers. Politics doesn't belong in the markets.
Oh, it's here.
But now we're going to have, I want the votes. We'll make guarantees that you who can't get a house normally will be able to get a house from the bank. The bank says, this is the best deal in history. We will package 100, 300, 1,000 of you subprimers, and we'll sell it off to somebody else. And the whole system becomes mired in subprime mortgages.
Man.
That's becomes the
What do
issue.
you mean mired? There's just too much supply. It's a supply demand problem. You get too much supply.
No, it's
He
a
says
very good
subprimers
question.
like a slur?
What does too much supply mean? Well, then you get to people, go back to your first question to me,
The financial crisis.
government leaders. Government leaders know if they're good, and they can do mathematics, they can balance their checkbooks. So certain people in Congress said, well, how do you value these subprime mortgages? The banks say we've been valuing them the same way we've always valued them for the past 20 years. The accounting...
This is like listening to a dev explain how they designed the game. You know, like, it's like listening to, yeah. It's like a dev interview.
Firms, there's something in this country called GAAP accounting, which is a standard type of accounting.
Generally accepted accounting principles.
And we account for them the same way we've always accounted for them. If we paid $1,000 for your mortgage last night,
yes,
when we put it on our books today, we're going to say its value is $1,000.
Right.
Makes sense. I paid for it. What's its value?
Like Blizzard, yeah.
It's $1,000. That's what I paid for it last night. No. The Congress people said, that's not really a good answer, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't give us confidence that you know what you're doing. Because what happens if you have to sell it tomorrow morning?
Uh-huh. This is
there's
explained in the movie The Big
something's
Short.
happened and you have to sell it. Remember those kinds of stress tests?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be able to value it at what you paid for it the day before? And Wall Street says, that's not the way you can think about this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
We always value things at the cost from the day before.
I can't wait. I'm listening to an accounting lecture
and they
from
changed
this dude.
the accounting
When the
method,
dev speaks, you listen.
in essence, to say not what it was
That's
worth
crazy.
yesterday, but if I have to sell, what would it be worth?
Yeah.
That's impossible. So what happens is every bank now has to value something they bought yesterday at lower than they paid.
Architect, yeah.
Never before in 20 years did they have to do this. So something they bought at 1,000 on their books was 1,000 is now
I'm going to be honest. The more I watch this, the more I'm not sure if he's dead.
990.
Yeah.
That starts to, you asked the question about what did I start to think about.
I don't know.
Something's 1,000 and 990. This person now has to value it at 980.
When did you first start to get nervous, understanding Bill Clinton in all this? Did you change glasses?
Yes.
Okay.
I changed shirt.
I saw that black.
Weird guy, bro. He changed his shirt in the middle of an interview.
Yeah, great. I think we're gonna have all kinds of changes.
I'm experimenting.
Yeah.
Okay.
When did you get a feeling? Did you ever anticipate before it happened something like 2008 could happen?
No.
He body swapped?
How could that be?
Because it's the word I can beat it to death is that it's very much like would I anticipate I'll have a heart attack tomorrow? Unlikely.
Was 2008 a heart attack or a stroke? Debilitating.
It's a better. I don't. It was both. But why was it both? Because in fact, as I said, the blood was getting dried up in the system, and the head, which is sort of the central bank, wasn't working.
Jesus.
So to some extent, it was a combination. It was a crisis.
Did you see that building up over time?
Jesus.
It's always been lurking in the background. I mean, if you have an older parent,
Search
would you
Epstein
say
alive?
it's possible? Did you anticipate him
Guys.
having a heart attack today? No, you hope things are going to go better and maybe they'll fix it up. The
time
system was
travel-
getting
yeah.
too complex, and it wasn't based on derivatives because what people keep forgetting, and as I was just explaining, Wall Street
Man.
and in many professions, including Wall Street makes it sound complicated. They don't want the little guy to understand what they do because they make so much money.
Yeah,
And they don't
true.
do very much. So they couch it in words like derivative and stock options and commodity futures and different types of contracts. It's all everyone is capable of understanding it. It is not complicated. But Wall Street, because they make so much money from doing fairly simple things, needs to make it more complicated than it really is.
We had a very big recession in the early 90s. based upon real estate and Japan.
Dude, it's just like I enjoyed living in ignorance more. Yeah, he just, what the fuck, man? Like, I don't even know what to say. Oh my God. We're gonna move around a little bit more in a couple of minutes, okay?
And basically imploding.
Let's again.
Okay.
You had a recession in the 90s. I don't know what it's based upon. It's always interesting to look back and say, separate from there's certain triggers, like there, in the 70s there was a...
What do you think it was based upon, the 90s downturn? Clearly there was a huge downturn.
No, I know there was a downturn. That's what I know for sure. I don't...
That's a fact.
That's all. Everything else is sort of speculation about why did he have that?
I understand that, but there's some speculation that has 0% probability of being true, and there's others that have 90%. In the range, when you look at the range of alternatives of what could have caused it in 90, and what I'm trying to do is get you all the way up to 2008.
This is insane.
Look, you're the smartest guy in the room, right? You know that. Do you think there's anybody in the world today?
Oops, this is going to be a bad question.
No, but do you think anybody in the world today, the Alan Greenspans, the Bernankes, is there any central banker you know, any partner of any Wall Street firm, any guy running a trading desk, and I would take it that would be, or anybody at a Larry Fink at BlackRock, Steve Schwartzman at Blackstone, the top 100 financial guys, and let's throw in a couple of Nobel economists, and let's throw in the best professors at Wharton, at Harvard, at Stanford. Do you think that there's anybody that understands money or understands the world's financial system as good as you?
There must be.
But it doesn't come to the top of the head.
No.
Okay, fine.
Wow. Holy shit. Bro, what the fuck? Oh my fucking God. Look at his face.
Now that I've gotten that, let's go back to 1990. In that arc from the fall of the Berlin Wall to 2008.
Good.
We started with the implosion in Tokyo of the Japanese economy, Japanese financial markets. We had the huge run up in internet stocks, right? We had the implosion of that in 2000. The bankruptcy of Drexel Burnham in 90. Implosion of Japan, huge run up in equity markets for the internet, implosion of the internet in 2000, 10 years later roughly. And then this run up through the Iraq War and all that, the run up to 2008. Every 10 years, it seems like we're in some sort of 10 years before the 1990s was the 70s.
You sound like an astrologer.
Okay.
And not a finance person.
You're supposed to be a mathematician. It just seems to me a pattern of every 10 years.
That's misleading. That's exactly right. Because people like to see patterns. People like to see patterns where there are none.
So a pattern of a financial crisis every 10 years is just in my mind.
Yes.
Long-term capital.
Jesus, he just says it. Oh my God. This is nuts. What the fuck is this? I just, yeah. Emperor Palpatine? No, I was actually thinking about that, right? This is more like Darth Plagueis. And then what followed after Darth Plagueis is Palpatine, who took over the government. Who is that?
Long-term capital that had to be bailed out back in the late 90s when everybody panicked. And that wasn't a big, that bailout today would look small.
How about that,
$5 billion, or was $30 billion.
Businesses fail all the time.
But long-term capital, the Federal Reserve stepped in.
But I'm saying people go bad. Things go bad all the time.
Yes, you're correct. The audience is watching this, the little guys, they go bankrupt all the time and nobody gives a shit. You know why? They're a little guy. But when long-term capital management goes bankrupt, or Bear Stearns goes bankrupt, or Lehman Brothers goes bankrupt, people care because
it's an unfair characterization.
Why do you say that?
Because again, it's the complexity of the situation. If you think about Think you have a complex system. You have your body. Now, in fact, the little guy is my finger. This is.
And Bear Stearns is your heart.
That's correct. The banking system is my heart. The system, I can't risk because remember, it's not
so
only my.
You haven't been able to name.
Hang on.
You haven't.
What,
hang on. No, hang on.
I was trying to hang. I wanted to see if the hang on worked.
No.
It
You
didn't
haven't
work.
been able. You're not good enough yet. You're like junior wizard trying to do it. You haven't.
Yes.
I'll say, since we can't name another guy that's as good as you. There may be a couple out there. You're not bragging. You're humble.
Dude, this is. Oh my God. Who is this? This is insane. Really, this is nuts.
It had to be sometime. Please tell me there was some time before you went to jail and basically got cut off from daily information in the summer of 2008.
The most humble.
That
Yes,
you started
clearly.
to get very nervous. That this
Don't leave. The
complex
video
system,
was
that
taken
something was
down.
deeply
No, it
wrong.
wasn't. I'll try it again.
Okay,
Copy.
first, let's go back.
Paste.
When I say no one understands the system better than I
See?
do, it doesn't mean I
You always
understand.
sound like a doctor. You're afraid he's going to get sued for giving a thing.
Yes,
you're not,
no.
gonna, you're
No,
not
no,
taking
no.
on any liability. There's
Yeah.
no contingent
Yes.
liability here for
Yeah,
your
no,
answers.
no. But the word understand is the problem.
Okay.
I don't understand the system. So I don't understand the financial
Will you
system.
please stop? You cannot sit here and
Ma'am.
tell me.
No.
What we just went through, I'll go through again. The
It's
hedge fund
region locked?
managers, the money
Really?
managers, the central bankers, the commercial bankers, the heads of the investment banks, the heads of all the trading desks, the top economists, and I'll throw in the business school lecturers at Stanford. Of all the top 200, 250, you can't name at the top of your head the guys are at least at your level. You have to understand it somewhat.
No. Sorry. We all don't understand it.
Man,
No one understands it. It's a miracle.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
that's part of the problem. It's impossible
Wow.
to understand. That word understand simply means if this happens here, that will
You
happen.
share the video. Yeah, this is nuts. Let me go back. I'm going to find the other ones too. So apparently he talks about the Illuminati.
Like it was yesterday, one of the headlines in Time magazine said, "David, please fire yourself." So he thought that there was a world that existed that would be a combination of both politics and business and leadership. What do I mean? He formed something called the Trilateral Commission. The Trilateral Commission is some spooky stuff. People said it was some of the people the Illuminati, there's some mystery.
No way. Oh my God.
About it, people that ran
He
the world.
actually said it.
It was politicians, but David said most countries, the politicians get elected for 4 years or 8 years, separate from the royal families in England or in the Middle East. Someone's there for 4 years and then they're not there anymore.
Yeah.
The most important people to have stability and consistency would be businessmen. So he formed this Trilateral Commission of businessmen and politicians from three.
He's literally talking about how they made the fucking, basically the Illuminati. This is, so you literally have, so remember what I said? This is like a dev video? What the fuck? It's literally just a dev video. Alex Jones was right about everything. Oh my God. He's showing the source code? He is. I just, wow.
Major continents. So it was the North Americans, the Europeans, and the Asians. So he said to me, would you like to be on the
McAfee?
Trilateral
Yeah.
Commission? No.
As I said, bro, I talked to McAfee once. It was probably the most starstruck I'd ever been. Like, whenever I like, because like I was gonna try and get him to join Trainwreck's podcast. But whenever I talked to him, I was like, what the fuck?
I was 30 years old, 32 years old. I said, great. And he said, well, you have to fill out this application so they have your bio. And I looked at the list of people, and it was Bill Clinton, former president of the United States, Paul Volcker, every great leader in America, the Asians, the Japanese, and with a very long description of their history. And they asked me to fill in what I would like to have written. And I wrote Jeffrey Epstein, comma, just a good kid.
So he's just there with everybody else on this commission with everybody. Yeah, we already saw this part. Just a minute.
Derivatives were not a fundamental, derivatives are not a fundamental cause of anything.
Was it Sunday or Monday? I take it was Monday morning when you made your 2 collect calls and you were talking to Bear Stearns on one hand and Morgan Stanley on the other.
JP Morgan.
JP Morgan. That was Monday morning. Did you, Jeffrey, being one of the financial geniuses in the world, did you understand what Lehman Brothers going into bankruptcy, the domino effect, that by Thursday the financial system would be under such extremis that if it didn't have $1 trillion cash infusion in the United States, it might collapse? Did you know that at the time? Did you view that at the time?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
Why?
Again, I don't want to bore you or the audience with the idea of it's a medical procedure, but you had system failures. So you'd recognize that if I said to you, did you realize when your father was on the ground and he was clutching his chest and he couldn't breathe, it was a bad situation.
He's full of shit. I mean, like, if this guy, the thing is that, I mean, this guy was like, it is astonishing to see how influential this random guy is. Really, I mean, it's insane. He's dropping lore. Yeah, I mean, this is nuts. He's a real life Sith Lord. Yeah, this guy's like a Sith Lord or something. Like, what the fuck? He's there, like fucking. This is insane. Like, I don't even know how he's not full of shit. Yeah, that's what's nuts. At the end of the video, he talks about Satan. Oh no. Okay. He could be schizo ranting? Apparently not.
Could die. That's how I saw it.
Did you immediately think about the commercial paper market? I mean, the mechanical triggers that actually you had to blow through these circuit boards. Did you know the circuits? Did you understand the circuits, or did you have a concept of the circuits that were going to get blown through?
Yes, but only because of an analogy to a body. And in fact, from my telephones against the wall with my little metal wires, because the next day I talked to another person in Washington about the issues of what I thought was happening, and I made the same discussion about the...
They were at the Treasury Department?
Yes.
So he just makes a call to the Treasury Department.
In a 6x9 cell in...
The phones were outside the cell.
In Palm Beach County, California?
West Palm Beach, Florida.
West Palm Beach, Florida.
Wait, so he's in jail and he calls the Treasury from jail? I'll go 27 minutes after this.
Diet.
West Palm Beach, Florida. West Palm Beach, Florida. West Palm Beach, Florida. You're making a call to Washington, D.C. to talk to some deputy's Secretary of Treasury.
Someone in Treasury.
Right. Someone in Treasury.
Right.
And that does not, the night before you go to bed, it doesn't dawn on you at all. You never have a moment of self-reflection that, how did I end up on this metal cot when I should be at the center of things?
No, I had a telephone. So I said, I can talk to, it makes no difference where I am. In fact, I'm still talking to the same person if I was at my home in Palm Beach. But I'm here in jail.
Home in Palm Beach.
I can dial my own phone.
That's bullshit. No, but you can also make 1,000 phone calls. Here you got to make one, and he's got to take.
Think how much better that was. I had to decide who was the right person to call. That was unusual for me, because I would have called 20 people.
And what was the advice you gave him?
I said, you have a sick patient, and it's very much like a sick patient in the emergency room. You can't think about it like your car. People in normal walks of life think about money and things as a machine. And unfortunately, so if your car breaks,
This
cars
guy's
are always
crazy?
easy
Yeah.
to fix. My jets, my cars, if it breaks, I know it can be fixed because it simply follows the same pattern. If this part breaks, you replace the part and the thing works again. People and the financial system are not machines. They can't be fixed the same way. You can't simply take out the put some more juice into the commercial paper market, and that's like replacing the carburetor on the car. It's much more, I have a patient who can't breathe, has a stomach problem, can't see, looks...
This is nuts. Chad, all calling to space right now should make you feel sick? No, absolutely not. I think this is a revealing thing. A lot of the people that have always been villains inside of, like, this is the issue that I think Marvel movies and, you know, TV shows have confused a lot of people into. A lot of the people that are the biggest villains in history are incredibly smart, extremely charismatic, and like ridiculously competent. Insanely competent. This entire idea that all the villains are like these big, you know, dumb, you know, the big dumb fat guy bully, you know, that you just beat him, you punch him in the face, and then, oh, we got him, and that's it. That's not how it works. It's not.
Bleeding at the same time. What do I do first? I have to think about it as a system. Where's the most logical
Dr.
place?
Doom?
What's the most
Yeah.
dangerous place? If your heart stopped, we have to start your heart again. If in the equivalent to the money market,
Yeah.
why do I have to start your heart again? I need to get your blood flowing. If your blood stops, you're dead.